Hello, everyone. This is Rod from Diaspora Kicking the Bobo. Coming back to you. I know I haven't been on YouTube in a while. It's been about 2 months. Had a lot of things going on with the business. Had to make sure everything was right, audits and different things like that. Took up a lot of my time. But I'm back now and I'm going to try to be on here for a while. It's a lot of things that have changed in my plans, about going back to Africa. My plans is to go back to Africa, but there have been some changes. I know I said that around the end of December, beginning of January. As a matter of fact, December the 27th and through January the 9th, I was either going to be in Liberia or Gambia. Well, those plans fell through. And the reason why they fell through is because a lot of the people that were supposed to guide me through the process, meet me there, help me out with, going to the right people to buy land. They didn't contact me, when it became close. So I decided to put it off till June. I really wanted to go the end of December, but I put it off to June. But instead, since I took the time off, some of my family members talked me into going on a cruise to Nassau. And I instead of just sitting here on this cold winter, day or winter's time, I decided that that's what I'm going to do. Because why not? Somewhere to go. I'm very familiar with the Caribbeans, the Bahamas, and it's not bad. So I'll be going there instead. I really wanted to go back to Africa, but if the plans didn't work out, then there's nothing I can do about it. What I need to do is learn my way around. And before I go any further, I would like for you all to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, hit the like button, because I'm going to be giving you some information here. I think it's some good information, but I really do need your subscription, in order for this to work. Going through this experience taught me something, and that is that the diaspora needs to be protected while we are out of the country, especially into some of these newer African countries, so that we won't be used, And I'm not saying that Africa is so bad that it's using people. No, I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that there are certain people there that will, and we need to do something about that. And as you all know, that I'm a therapist, so I'm into programming. And what I'm trying to do is create programmings in West Africa. And this particular type of programming is going to be with, basically, we're going to create something that's going to allow the diaspora to move in and out of West Africa first, then we move to East Africa and then South Africa. But for right now, we're going to talk about West Africa, to move throughout West Africa. And what that is that we create a business that helps the diaspora when they come to each Western African country, that no matter what they may need, we'll have the answers for them. It will hire people from that location and some people from the diaspora. You know what I mean? Anytime you need information about land, anytime you need information about a tourist site, anytime you need information about where to exchange money, these people will have the answer. And you won't get charged for it because we'll be paying for it. We will be paying for it. And I think it's an excellent idea because we are coming from thousands of miles away to somewhere where we don't totally speak the language, communication gap, and we need to be protected on all ends. Now, when I say be protected, we're not saying that they are dangerous. What we're saying is that there are a lot of things that we need to do in order to, to survive, And I think it's a good idea. Well, you might say to yourself, well, how is this going to be paid for? Well, it's going to be paid for by the company. And what I mean by paid for by the company, I plan to get at least a couple of 100,000 subscribers rather, and have them pay for it, subscribe. When I say have them pay for it, through their subscription, not by asking for money. Everything that we make off of the program after Diaspora Kicking the Bobo will go into this program. We will start building in one of the African countries, West African countries, and I'll let you choose which country we'll start in first. And then we'll put another building in another country, then another building in another country. And as soon as they get off the plane, the only thing they have to do is call that agency and say, what next? And these people will be available to them in order to tell them what's next, how to do this, how to do that, how to get your business license, how to get your driver's license, how to get your insurance. All of this stuff will be free because guess what? The subscribers will be paying for it through their subscription, not donations, but through their subscriptions, Then people say, well, what do you get out of it? Well, what I get out of it is a peace of mind that when I go somewhere, I know that I have people that I can depend on that's going to give me the right information, who's going to escort me to where I need to go. I was all set to buy some land, beachfront property in Liberia, but it fell through. Nobody called me back. Well, everybody called me back, but nobody followed through. It's only one person that did follow through from Liberia, Zoida M. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Very good young lady. She's got a program in Liberia. I mean, excellent. That helps everybody out. Her idea is she's doing some great things over there, great things. But in order for this program to work, we're going to have to get subscribers. And these subscribers will pay for the program and pay for the employees and their office rental spaces through the subscribers. So, and that's how it would be paid for. There's, and not only that, there's been a lot of other things that has been going on, over here in America. For those of you all who are from the diaspora in America, you all heard about the Kyrie Irving, the Ye situation, how that buck breaking, they're trying to break us, and over here, we're not appreciating it. We definitely don't appreciate buck breaking. We recognized it for what it was when we heard it, Other people can apologize and it's over. We have to do not only apologize, but we have to do several other things in order to get our jobs back. Racism is at an all-time high. It is just different. They're no longer just coming out calling us the N-word, but they are displaying it in their body language, in their movements, in their tones, in the way they look at us, stare at us. And it's getting worse. Everybody is going to need a second plan, Everybody's going to need a second plan. And that's the way it is, Things are getting worse. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, like a lot of people say they hate America. I don't hate America. I don't hate nobody. I think it's too much work to hate. And I just don't have the energy for hate. Never have, never did, never will. I just go about my life living, trying to be as successful as I possibly can, and being as generous and nice to others as I possibly can, But I want you all to think about that. Share this video because I think it's an excellent idea that when you land your plane, you can call somebody and say, what next? Instead of asking a stranger. Because people can get hurt by people that they trust. Here's what I tell my daughter or my son when they leave out of the country. Always say, ghettos are ghettos no matter where you go. They're the same, just different languages. And I always say, look, if you won't walk in an alley in Chicago, why would you walk in an alley in Liberia or Nigeria or Gambia or Tanzania? Why would you do that? If somebody look at you and say, psst, psst, come here. If you won't do it here, why would you do it there? If somebody look at you and say, I want to sell you some land unseen, you wouldn't do that here. So why would you do it there? Think about the things that you would and would not do here. And if you don't do it there, then 9 times out of 10, you stay out of trouble. That's all you have to do. Think. And another thing that I want, then I'm going to close out. Another thing is that when I'm watching YouTube, there's a lot of Africans who down their own country, especially Liberia. When you're outside of Liberia, do not talk about Liberia. Talk about Liberia when you're in Liberia, but do not talk about Liberia outside of Liberia, because a lot of times you make it seem as if though it's worse than what it is. You make it seem like there's a bank robber or a killer or somebody who want to snatch your purse in every single corner. And we all know that that's not true. But a lot of people will believe it because you're saying it. And I've heard that on continuous programming in every single country in Africa, except for Northern Africa. I really don't watch too many videos in Northern Africa. But always remember, you are going to need some help when you get there. You're going to need guidance, when we get there. So I want you to subscribe, share, hit the like button, and tell people about this, because that's what we want to do. Because we're going to, the state ain't going to do it. If you want that dream to come true, and you don't want to go there and buy somebody else's land, you will support this program. So hit the like button, share, subscribe, and I will be in Liberia or Gambia in June. But first, I got to go to the Caribbean to get my son on. All right. Thank you. Bye.